from wearing sleeveless fashions because of the shape of your arms? Yeah. As we age, the skin under our arms tends to sag and droop, and tricep exercises can help improve muscle tone. But now there are exciting high-tech procedures to help get rid of arm flab. Dr. Bill Johnson of Innovations Med Spa is back with advice. Hello, Bill. How are you?
Good morning. I'm very well.
I hate to even say the word arm flab because you could just picture it in your mind when you say it, but this is an area that's hard to tend to, isn't it?
It's been hard for a long time because what happens is the skin in this area loses its elasticity. It stretches. And so you can lose weight, you can exercise, and none of that affects the collagen that's allowing this to sag. The surgery has never been very popular because it leaves a long scar and has a long recovery time. So it's an area that's been waiting for some less invasive procedures to address it.
And that's why you're here, Bill, because you have the good news that there are techniques that we can use that are non-invasive that get rid of this unsightly flab. Let's talk about what those are.
That's exactly right. We really use 3 techniques on the arms. Thermage, which uses radiofrequency heating to shrink the collagen you have that's been stretched and add new collagen that can tighten up further. Smart Lipo, which takes a small incision and introduces a laser under the skin. It then can melt fat, and the laser does the same thing. It heats the collagen, which shrinks the collagen you have and helps lay down new collagen. And then for those with more fat in the area, we can use Vaser, which is capable of getting rid of a large amount of fat.
Okay, well, let's look at these techniques more in detail. You've introduced us to these techniques with applications on the other parts of the body in weeks previous. So let's talk about when you would use Thermage in this case of arm flab.
Well, Thermage is probably one of the best non-invasive skin tightening techniques out there. But its use on the arms is fairly new, and not a lot of practices have experience with it. We've done quite a few arms, and we've really developed our technique now where we're real pleased with our results. And we're one of 30 practices in the world that Thermage is asked to help with teaching and doing research. So the patient that should have Thermage is the patient that has a lot of loose skin or crepe paper skin. It's excellent on that, but not a lot of fat in the area.
Okay, I'm a Thermage patient myself. We did that a few months back, and I have to say it does tighten the skin certainly, so I can see how that could work very effectively on your arms. Now, who would be a good candidate for Smart Lipo? Because this seems like a really cool technique.
Well, Smart Lipo on the arms is a lot of fun, because we're able to use really tiny instruments and the incisions are very small. We go in with the laser and melt fat, and someone that has a little bit of fat in addition to loose skin is the great candidate. But the trick on Smart Lipo is to be sure that we get good skin heating, and it's the technique to use the laser underneath the skin. We've actually been asked by Cynosure, the company that sells Smart Lipo, to write a technique paper on how you get the skin heated to get the skin tightening. And now Vaser would be for somebody who has maybe a little bit more excess fat? Someone that has more excess fat, needs a greater reduction in volume. Vaser is a really good tool. And we like to combine it with the Smart Lipo so that we get good skin tightening as well. All right, I think I want everything. Laser, Vaser, Smart Lipo, Thermage. Can you do like a whole cocktail? Because that sounds good. You'd be surprised how often we get asked that question. I bet you do, I bet. Well, okay, let's take a look at some of this work in progress. You brought with you, of course, some stunning before and after pictures, and we can see those. What are we seeing in these first pictures? These are both Thermage, and we're looking at the befores on the left and the afters on the right. You can see how much tighter things are, and in particular that crepe paper appearance has really improved after the procedure. Drastic, Bill. These are so drastic. And anyone's really a good candidate, young or old, right? It doesn't really matter. With Thermage, we have limitations on persons with pacemakers, but otherwise, there's no age limit. We've had patients in their 70s and 80s do Thermage. Is this an older arm too? Because this is really dramatic. Same difference. This is an older arm as well. with the before picture on the left and the after picture on the right.
Stunning. Okay, no one has to live with unsightly arm flab any longer, Bill. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Betty.
All right, Innovations Med Spa's main office is located at 1601 Lancaster in Grapevine, but they also provide services at the Artistic Salon Spa in Dallas and the Stone Dyer Salon in Fort Worth. For more information, just call 817-410-7970 or log on to their website at innovationsmedspa.com. All right, up next.